This is the XPG Xenia 15G laptop, and it's got a lot of specs that are being housed under the hood, and Newegg sponsored this video for me to showcase this laptop and just what it's capable of, especially now that it's been updated with the latest 14th gen processors from Intel. And in case you haven't heard of XPG laptops before, that's okay, because XPG is actually the gaming division of a more well-known company known as ADATA, who's been around making things like drives and RAM that you've been putting in your systems for ages. So building gaming class hardware has been something that XPG has been doing for years, and actually they've made several different generations of laptops at this point. However, this 15G is my first attempt at getting to see exactly what does XPG have to offer. And I will say right off the bat, I want to note something that I've never seen on a gaming laptop before that honestly made me very happy. You'll notice that this XPG laptop is very clean. There's not much going on besides you have all of the essentials. You have the screen, a little bit of XPG branding here on the front and on the back, as well as the keyboard, the touchpad, all of that. And that is because they put all of the stickers on the bottom of the device so that you still have them in case you want them, but it's not all there on the actual top of the device, so you're not scratching your palm as you're sliding your hand across the surface. It's just a nice little thing that I noticed immediately when I opened this up. But also, one of the things that's beautiful about this laptop is this 15.6-inch 144 Hz IPS screen. It has a matte coating, which makes it look gorgeous even in the most brightly lit environments like here in the studio. You can see the light washes out instead of just having a glossy display that's gonna blare you in the eyes. And the colors are deep and rich for a gaming class display, making it so that you're enjoying a game like Horizon Forbidden West as it comes out. And the hardware that's in this thing is no slouch. As I mentioned, it's the latest 14th gen Intel processors. It's got the Intel Core i7-14700HX, which gives you 20 cores, 8 P cores, 12 E cores, 28 threads at a 5.5 gigahertz max turbo clock with 33 megabytes of Intel's Smart Cache. This is actually a pretty decent upgrade over the previous generation 13700HX because you're getting 4 more E cores, and you're also getting 500 megahertz higher on that max turbo clock, and you're getting 3 additional megabytes of Intel Smart Cache. So decent upgrades all around. But also for the graphics card, you have the 105 watt RTX 4070 mobile card. And that also comes with a mux switch, which allows you to make sure that your display is being driven by either the high-end GPU while you're trying to play video games, or if you're trying to do more efficient battery focused tests, it can switch over to make sure that you're just running off of the integrated graphics that come with that 14700HX. Also under the hood, you have a couple of familiar pieces because ADATA makes both the RAM and the SSD that are going to be included in the XPG laptop. You've got 16 gigabytes of ADATA DDR5 5600 megatransfers and a 1 terabyte ADATA Legend 850 PCI Express Gen 4 drive to make sure that all of your games load efficiently. And to round it all off, you have Wi-Fi 6E plus Bluetooth 5.2 for great wireless connectivity while you're traveling. You've got a decent amount of connectivity as well. On the left side, you've got a USB 3.2 port with a audio combo jack. On the right side, you have another USB 3.2A port as well as a USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C port. And then on the back, you've got Ethernet, HDMI, a power in, and an additional USB 3.2 Gen 2C port. The keyboard and touchpad are a pretty standard fare for a gaming machine. You don't have dedicated click buttons. You have a slightly off-center touch that's aligned with the major center of the keyboard, but not with the keyboard plus the numpad, which this laptop does happen to include. And the keyboard is a chiclet style single zone RGB setup so that you can at least have some backlight as you're trying to type with your keys. You've also got a 1080p full HD webcam for any teleconferencing that you need to do on the go. And this thing is built like a traditional 15-inch laptop. It comes in at 14.2 inches by 9.7 inches by 0.98 inches and weighs in at just under 5 pounds, so it's easy to sling around in a backpack that can accommodate a traditional 15-inch notebook. It comes with a 180 watt power adapter, and there's a 53.35 watt hour battery. It's not the biggest that you're gonna see in a laptop. There's many these days that come with 99.9 watt hours, but with that space that's underneath the chassis, what XPG decided to do was introduce an additional fan, because this laptop is cooled by a 3-fan 5 heat pipe setup that keeps it not only running cool, but also it's not very loud either. I've been running this Horizon Forbidden West starting screen since we started this video, and this is one of the more tolerable laptop fan setups that I've heard in a bunch of different gaming notebooks that we've tested over the years. Introducing that third fan seems to make it so that you don't get a high-pitched whine, but rather you can tell that it's moving air. You can tell that this laptop is working, but not at a tone or a pitch that's going to be disrupting to you when you're having to use it and you need to do some more audio sensitive things like potentially be on a Teams call while you're playing League of Legends. Now, performance in this thing is pretty dang good. As mentioned, you have a 20-core CPU with the 14700HX, you have a 105-watt RTX 4070, and because this is a 1080p display, you're getting some high refresh rate even in AAA titles such as Horizon Forbidden West, which just came out for PC. So at 1080p high in a game like Returnal, you're looking at 95.9 FPS average. Cyberpunk came in at 117.5, Witcher came in at 117.5 as well, and then this Horizon Forbidden West setup looks at 68.4. I've been noticing that Horizon Forbidden West is kicking the butt of every PC that I have, whether it's a desktop 4090 or otherwise. So being able to be over 60 FPS is still an achievement with the hardware that's in this laptop. And then for Cinebench 2024, we managed to get a score of 931. So overall, the XPG Xenia 15G gaming notebook gives you a complete package. You have everything that you would need to take a gaming laptop on the go, still make it usable for any work that you need to get done. It stays remarkably quiet considering the fact that it has 3 fans and it's powering a ton of high-end hardware on a 180-watt brick, and you've got a 144 hertz screen to make sure that you're enjoying the games that you're trying to play as you're on the go. You can check out the XPG Xenia 15G at Newegg at the link in the video description in case you're interested in checking one out. Big thanks to Newegg for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you in the next one, friends.